extremely upset about this. I've been focused on this for quite a while. Here's the issue. We need to protect good paying jobs. Exelon has good paying jobs. I want to protect those jobs. I want to keep them. I want to keep those plants open. We also have to balance that with protecting our ratepayers and our taxpayers. You know, this is a large corporation that's asking for a bailout to keep some operations going. This is not an easy solution. I've said, let's work this out together and come up with a compromise because we want to keep these plants open. But we also need to protect ratepayers from a massive spike in rates, and we're trying to work this out. The supermajority Democrats have said both publicly and privately they don't want to do any reforms, they don't want to do any changes, they don't know any tough decisions until after the election. We're going to keep working. We'll try to do the best we can. In fact, I'm talking with some of the Exelon officials again today. I've been talking with them for a number of weeks. Hopefully we can find a way through this. It would be terrible. But these are good paying jobs, and as was said, there's you know, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of jobs through Exelon. You know what the tragedy for Illinois is? This is just one instance of many where good companies, good businesses, good jobs are leaving the state. This is not an isolated incident. We have manufacturing firms leaving, hundreds and hundreds. We've lost thousands of jobs this year, last year, in recent years. Now the good news is we've been able to persuade some other companies to come and open operations. We were able to get Google and Amazon, and you know, we've been able to succeed. And our staff, I've been working when I'm not doing press conferences or negotiating with the General Assembly. I'm out there trying to recruit companies. But dozens of companies have left or announced closings or leavings. Exelon's not alone. We're not competitive in Illinois. Our regulations are hostile to business. Our property tax is the highest in America. Our workers' comp costs are among the worst in America. Many manufacturing firms, Caterpillar told me, and they're one of the best employers in Illinois and in the world. They've told me they've been growing their jobs out of Illinois for years because our workers' comp costs cost 5 times as much here as other states. This is what we're trying to change in our reforms.
Can I make just quick 3 comments?
Sure.
Number one, when it comes to Exelon,
Here, why don't you come on up to
Exelon is our #1 property taxpayer in Rockland County. If you think Rockland County is having difficulty plugging a budget now, they will have an extreme problem trying to plug the taxpayers, the property taxes that they currently pay. And if everybody thinks this is a Quad City issue, that power goes to the Chicago grid. So if anybody thinks that it's Western Illinois and we don't really care, well, they'll feel an increase if that plant closes. Secondly, when it comes to the schools, I've talked to our superintendent of the high school just Monday, and we were questioning whether the budget would be passed. Of course, we're on year 2. If they do not pass the budget, which they didn't, our United Township High School, which Silvis is part of, along with other communities, will have enough reserves about for 1 year. Our elementary, 37, will not. They will be laying off teachers. My daughter just graduated from DeKalb as a teacher, and she was told that if they pass a budget, she may have a job here. If they don't pass, go somewhere else. So the schools are being severely hampered. And number 3, as it relates to the prison where we're at currently, the prison has not paid its water bill since August of last year. We are owed $572,000 in water and sewer. I'm the mayor of the city of East Moline. Guess what happens if I don't pay my water bill? It gets shut off. It has not been shut off here because obviously I would probably end up in here according to my legal counsel, so I don't want to do that. But the fact is this: we cannot continue to operate this way, because what that means, and I've already had discussions with my staff, we're going to have to potentially look for a line of credit in order to finance the state's unpayments of bills. We will have to not do capital improvement projects within our city that our citizens are used to, and or, because we are a regional sewer plant, and Tom will tell you, he doesn't like sewer increases. We just had one, but in the event that they don't pay it, those reserves and the increase that we just created has now been drawn down as a result of non-payments from the state. So we cannot continue as a municipality, as a service vendor. This is where we're unique of the other Quad Cities. They're one of our customers. Years ago it was okay because they always paid their bills, maybe a little late, but they always paid their bills. They have not been paying their bills. My city cannot sustain it much longer, and as a regional sewer provider, other communities are going to start feeling it really soon too. So I want to make sure everybody understands while we're standing in this prison, they're delinquent on their water bills. And me personally, as the mayor, I would have been shut off 9 months ago. So I think people need to put it into context as well. You know, people aren't getting paid. Well, my citizens and my sewer and water users are going to be feeling the pinch real soon here too.